Hey guys. Okay, so this is the dream I had last night of the lesson dream I had called The Truth Revealed. And here it goes. This is a dream I had in Christ consciousness. It's 5 in the morning. I just woke up from it. But I woke up at 3 o'clock from it. I spent 2 hours dealing with the rest of it. Laying in bed in my head. Oh, great. So they didn't nail me. I think they nailed me with probes to implants last night a little bit. Wasn't much. So here goes the dream. I'm at a control tower in the airport, and it seems like it was back in or I don't know when it was, but I'm like military airport. I'm in a military airport, and I'm in a control tower, and jets and planes and shit. Outside, there's a guy with a machine gun mounted on the tower, or he was a guard outside that walked around. I was inside, and I had one of them round things where you watch the planes and you talk to them and tell them where to go. I was one of those guys. And I am. What the hell was I doing? I don't even know where this was. Anyway, let's get on with the story. So I'm doing the night shift, and I'm watching planes, and it's quiet. It's not like an international airport. There's like nothing going on. All of a sudden, I feel the ETs staring at me. Okay? And I can feel the ETs staring at me, and I went out on the balcony where the other guy was, and he was gone. He already left. And I could feel something in the sky staring at me. And I checked on the radar, and there's nothing in the sky. There's nothing going on. No UFOs, or anything. But I could feel something staring at me. And I suddenly pop out of my body. It's like I'm two people now. I'm looking in the sky directly where it's coming from, the staring from the sky. It's hitting me in the chest. I pop out of my body, and I see two big eyes staring at the back of my head. Okay? I don't know what to make of it. So I run back in and I check the radar. I do all this stuff. I still feel it staring at me. I go back out. The guy is still gone. The guard, he went to the bathroom, I think. And I figured, I'm like, well, why does he leave as soon as these eyes show up and they're staring at whatever it is staring at me? And again, I feel it staring at me. And I pop out of my body, and the two eyes are staring at the back of my head. But when I'm in the part of me that's in my body, two eyes are looking at me in my face. And I take my gun. I have a gun, a machine gun rifle, like M16 or whatever, or a Vietnam type gun. Yeah, you know what it was. Anyway, I take it and I point it right. I'm not gonna pull the trigger, but I just point it to where the feeling is staring at me from. The other part of me lines it up right between the eyes of the two big eyes staring at me. Okay? So I'm seeing from two perspectives. I don't pull the trigger or anything, but I'm like, it's right there. And I line it up, the rifle, the sights, exactly where I could feel it hitting the steering. in the sky hitting me. The eyes behind me are like, I line it up, I can see it. The two big eyes in the sky, and me, I line it up. And it's from reverse. I go back inside, and I'm all freaked out. There's nothing on the radar. Then Buddy, then the eyes back away. They back away far away, but I can still feel it a little bit. Buddy comes back, and he's standing there, and he's looking, and I came up to him, I said, and he felt like a brother, and I go, hey, do you feel something staring? And he goes, why do you think I left? And I go, all right then. I go, what do you think it is? He's like, I don't know, I don't want to know. And he goes, I might be leaving again real soon because I think I can still feel him. And I'm like, yeah, me too. And so, I just wanted to confirm it with you. And he goes, I go like off the record, you know. And he goes, yeah, I get it. And so, and that happened. And then, basically, I went back in, checking the radar, and then it came close again, the eyes. And I pop out of my body, and they're staring at me, and the two eyes are at the back of my head, but I'm staring. And I go back outside. Buddy, I went to the bathroom again, and I'm out there, and I'm pointing my gun again at the two eyes staring at me. And I wasn't going to pull the trigger or anything, because there's nothing there to pull the trigger at. But I also saw, this time when I saw the eyes, I'm standing here, and the two eyes were staring at me like this, okay, at the back of my head, like that, from my perspective. Now, there was a veil, a line, a veil, and the veil bent like this. The ETs came in and were staring at me, and the veil bent like time and space bent where they were. And then I'm pointing a gun right to where it is, and I see it. I'm outside myself, and I see me pointing at a UFO that was on the other side of the veil, cloaked or whatever. When I'm in my body, I don't see nothing. I just feel it. But when I'm outside myself, in spirit, I see the veil bending, and the UFO sitting there real close to me, and the two eyes in the UFO craft staring at me, and I'm pointing it. So I'm pointing my gun at the two eyes that are in the window of the craft this time. Buddy's gone. And I'm adding all this up in my head. Then it goes away, and the veil disappears. The bending of the veil goes back to normal. Okay? Then I wake up. And this is where everything gets crazy. I go, first thing I hear, truth revealed. Christ going, truth revealed, the truth revealed, the truth revealed. And I go, yeah. I go, see the aliens? And he goes, yeah. He goes, what do you think? And he goes, you stood your ground. You passed. You weren't afraid. I go, I was pointing my gun. He goes, that's nothing. That just means your attention. You gave it your full attention, and you didn't back down. And he goes, that's beautiful. That's what you want. And I go, it was the aliens. And he goes, I know. It was the aliens. Your friends. And I'm like, yeah. And I go, I was a gunner on this tower. And he goes, are you sure you were a gunner? And I go, no, I'm sorry. I was a control tower guy looking at the radar. And he goes, hey, what does that mean? And I go, my internal, my spirit, my tuning in to the aliens. And he goes, exactly. You're the radar, right? But it wasn't showing up in the physical radar. It was showing up in your spirit. You were feeling it in your spirit. And I'm like, yes. And I go, I knew this a long time ago when I was a little kid. That's all I can do it now with CE5s. He's going, yep, well, whatever. He goes, you passed, you did it. And it's all true. And so, I go to the bathroom. So I'm sitting there, I'm still talking to him, and I'm leaving now, right? And I'm tired. I'm really tired. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. And I go, I gotta do the CE5s, man, because I want to see the craft. I want to get on board the craft and go back in time and take pictures of dinosaurs, right? Something cool before I'm dead, something, anything. I'm a participant in this. I want to, and I go, could you please tell the choir or my wife and kids could you explain to them my involvement in all of this? Because every time the ETs come and I go out and do my CE5, they panic and they scream and they go nuts because they know I'm hooking up to the ETs. As soon as I hook up to the ETs, they just go nuts. Oh, they're evil, they're bad, they're die. Rich is leaving, Rich is gonna die, They don't know, they don't get it. And I'm like constantly reassuring them, constantly showing them, constantly talking about it. I shouldn't do any of that, but I do, because of my family, right? They don't get it. Christ goes, personally, I don't want nothing to do with them. And I'm like, really? You? And I'm on the 3rd level, okay? 3rd level of the astral plane. And it goes up to 9, and then I'm in the light. But I'm doing this Christ priest stuff. I'm down here at the 3rd level, and I'm working with this Christ. So this is his realm, okay? 3rd level. And that's where the Lucier, the town of Lucier is that I was at. Anyway, so I told him to explain. So he starts explaining, and I lay back down. So he starts explaining to my wife and the kids about Truth Revealed. And I got the truth to Christ consciousness, the truth of the aliens. And as far as I'm concerned, what I've been through when I was a kid was absolutely nothing compared to what I just did. I did that 100 and 500 times when I was a kid, at least, with the ETs. And they broke me 20 different ways. They broke my ego like a fucking horse 20 different ways until I opened my heart and I looked down through my heart, and now I can talk to him. Christ I don't know Christ protects. I'm not the guy I'm working with. I don't know. But the whole Christ of consciousness is cool with it. Now all the Christ that I dealt with in the last 5 years, none of them wanted anything to do with the ETs, except 2 of them that I can remember that were okay with it. And they all taught me how to deal with it. And basically Christ said, you do not talk to anybody spiritually. You don't hook up to any ETs. You don't do nothing. Every time you go to the ETs, you bring Christ in. And I go, oh, I know. You've been telling me that for 5 years. Jesus Christ, I know. Holy fuck, I know. There's one thing I know, don't do anything without Christ. I got it. Alright? The rest of my life. And I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it. Because I know it's all good. Oh, this is what I'm talking to Christ about. And he's telling the kids and the wife to calm the hell down when I'm out there hooking up to fucking alien. When I do my spirit hooks up to the ETs, and the ETs staring at my face. As soon as the ET comes, they've seen it. They've seen the aliens, the kids, and the wife. But they still reject it. They drive me fucking nuts in my head, screaming stupid crap. And I'm trying to do important fucking shit, okay? With the ET. I'm doing a CE5, and I can't concentrate because they're all fucking screaming. So I ask Christ to tell them to shut up when I'm doing my CE5 or doing anything like that. So anyway, I don't know if it's ever going to stop. What do you do? Now Christ goes, he don't want anything to do with them. Right? So where am I? I have to go back to the light to get whatever. To get any kind of recognition or to the Christs that are up in the light that know all this stuff, because they're way up there, right? there's different levels of Christ. Okay? There's the Christ on the lower levels of the astral plane. They deal with all the humans. When you get up into the light, it's a totally different kind of way of Christ. They're teaching you super high level stuff. That's where you want to be with the ETs, because it all has to do with the light and communication and everything. And so anyway, all of a sudden, this voice comes through. I don't know where it's coming from. Maybe me, like I'm channeling it, but it's like from me, but outside me. This voice starts going, talking, like monotone, okay? Which brings up a whole lot of stuff from my past experiences. But I only got 19 minutes or 13 minutes to talk. So this voice starts talking to me, starts talking, not to me, to everybody. I mean, the whole world can hear it, the whole building. And it's echoing, it's booming. And I know it's whatever, but it's the fucking ETs. The ETs are talking to Christ. And I ask Christ, well, listen to Mom, listen to my inner light. She'll tell you everything. Doesn't happen. This booming voice comes in, and it's talking, and it's going, blah, 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 just saying all this stuff. I can't even give you all the words because it's just so crazy. The words, I can't even comprehend them, half the words. And it's talking to Christ, and it's talking to Christ consciousness. But I picked out certain topics it was talking about. And it's what I talk about all the time, but it was told to Christ. Jesus Christ that's working with me. Waiting to see if Tommy Robinson gets released. Anyway, he's rattling on the big booming voice of the ET. I guess I didn't see no ETs. All I hear was this voice, and Christ disappeared. He left me and gave his total attention to this voice. So Christ is talking to the voice, but I couldn't see Christ, or I couldn't see what he's talking to. I'm just hearing it, and the kids are all going, just fucking freaking out. And I'm like, could you shut up and listen to what he's saying? And this guy's talking geopolitics, super consciousness between his race and our race, and how they have the right, the ETs have the right to come in here, and it's totally agreed with Christ consciousness, and all people on the earth are gonna learn. This is like stupid me talk now. All people on the earth are gonna come and eventually learn what the ETs and this global consciousness of the universe, they're gonna be presented with it. Disclosure, okay, but not on the terms of the government, okay? The government is not God. Government is just a little minuscule little cockroach that controls the planet, okay? But it don't control the universe. It don't control the aliens and the 20 different species of aliens that are out there. What they're trying to do, from what the aliens said, they are awakening human consciousness to them, and at one point the ETs are going to make the earth aware of them, and then everybody's going to have to sit down and do some fucking serious thinking. This is outside of the control box of the earth, okay? This is my words, not the words the ETs. The ET was using words I can't even understand. Shit, I never heard, okay? I like global consciousness, I know, but he used some heavy stuff, man. Like, I can't even remember words. I can't even repeat. I wish I could put this camera in my head and just record and have audio. It would have blown your mind. It would have blown your mind. The ETs, then he went into problems that were going on with the earth. One was sort of like not global warming, but sort of like weather modification. Weather modification that's disrupting the Earth's natural cycle, the weather cycles. That they're concerned about. Pollution, they're concerned about. Destruction. Everything we're doing on the Earth is getting to the brink. Deforestation, all that stuff. Habitable planet that we can live in. So all that's going on. Then the ET goes, and he starts talking, and all of a sudden, I'm just listening. Christ is listening. We're all listening to his voice talking, and all of a sudden he says, global AI. And he goes, basically, in stupid human terms, ape man terms, me, he says, the global AI initiative has to be dealt with and destroyed before it happens, before it takes hold. Because that is, he said, that if it takes hold, it's pretty much over for the human race as we know it. And they don't want it to happen because it'll set us back and it'll set us off, and we don't know, us as humans, how to control that when it takes over. So I guess this AI, I don't know nothing about AI, okay? Other than what I see the scientist guy, what's the guy who put the car in space, you know him? I forgot his name. Other than what he says, I don't know nothing. This guy's talking levels way beyond me, man. And then, after he gets done that, which was a long time about global AI, he's talking about everybody, every culture, every religion, and he said religion is nuts. This is what I said. I already knew that. But anyway, he's saying that to Christ, that these cults and religions are going to be dissolved and destroyed, and humans are going to have to accept universal consciousness eventually. It's hundreds of years from now, man, so don't worry about it. But it's my thousands. But it's wrapping up. He said it's wrapping up. It's ramping up faster. The more we progress in our technology and uncontrolled AI shit, the faster ETs have to update their the hell word I'm looking for, their disclosure on us. So not through the government, okay? Anything you get from the government is bullshit. Trust me, it's bullshit. It's a lies, agenda to keep you confused and out of control. The faster we progress in this AI stuff, the faster the ETs have to adjust their timeline to where they intercede with humanity. And humanity and Christ consciousness and humanity and all the fucking factions and all the whatever beliefs are gonna have to deal with the ET innovation. And once that takes place, everything's gonna go wah. The humans are gonna go up and down, up and down, up and down about universal consciousness for years and years and years. And the ETs are just gonna sit here and wait, and pretty soon we're gonna have to deal with it. Over the years, we're gonna go crazy, and pretty soon it's gonna go and everything's gonna be a new world order, one with Christ consciousness, one with the humanity, and we're gonna eventually evolve into a one world government. Plus, we're going to be in contact with the ETs to help us adjust to that. And that's basically what the ET said, but in a lot of fucking bigger words and terms that I can even understand. Which is pretty cool. Which is what I know. But the thing that caught me was the ETs are always adjusting their timelines on what we're doing here on Earth. And the ET said, Richard, me, he goes, the reason we're in contact with him is because he was put here, I was put here on this planet by whatever means way back when, and you know, same old story I told you 100 times. But they're using me as an informant to them. So I'm on a computer all day going, wow, they just invented that? I relate to the ETs. The ETs probably already know, but all the information from people like me The ETs hook up to the soul, and they're just getting information constantly. They can get the information right out of the air, but we're directly here. We're boots on the ground. Spirit inside these meat boxes, meat bags, and basically we're giving the ETs over time this. Now, also the ET said Richard's upcoming next cycle, whatever that means. He said basically the shit's not done for me. Some serious stuff is gonna happen. I'm praying. Where I get, and he talked about the video footage I get and the reason why they are using through the media people like me that film the UFOs, real ones, not bullshit, balloons and stuff. And I have no good footage, okay? I have no good footage. I have a couple videos that blew me away, okay? Nothing that's gonna stop a fucking nation or get 1,000 hits on YouTube. Nothing of the sort. But for me it's huge because I experienced it and I try to get it across to you guys. But basically he said that he's using people, they are using us, and we're involved and we like it because it's fun. It's like, wow, mind blower out of this reality. And they're doing this to slowly initiate everybody into that field, that vibe of the ET vibe. So more people learn it, more people do CE5, more people do CE5. But it's not so much people doing CE5 and go, ah, look at the balloon. It's actually doing it with your spirit, hooking up. That is the learning process through your spirit. As I told you 1,000 times, Billy Meyer, me, other people out there. Billy Meyer is the top of the food chain as far as I'm concerned. He's the guy. If you want to learn how to do C5, watch him because he's the top of the food chain. But for me, how I do it is Billy Meyer's got a whole system set up where it's all programmed from 100 years ago into this life. So, but for me, C5, I just hook up to the ET, ask for a sighting, and it happens. Do that, learn it, and you know, that's what happens. But after that, after all that was done, it lasted about a half an hour of him talking like, I couldn't take it anymore. I couldn't take it. The voice, I'm like, I gotta get the hell out of here. This is driving me nuts. I couldn't understand what he was saying. Christ is still talking. I got up and turned on, and I'm watching Tommy Robinson protests on TV, and then I turned off the volume because I felt, and something was going on. Christ said he wanted to talk to me at lunchtime when I lay down and go to bed about the ETs, and I know it's going to be just more fucking, you know, don't talk to ETs, they're bad. And everybody, kids are saying, they're using me as I'm a toy to the ETs. I'm a toy. And I'm not a toy, I'm an informant. I inform them. They don't understand Illuminati. They don't understand the control grid on the earth. They just sit in happy Christian land. They don't got to come down here and see all this. The kids and my wife, they don't get it, right? So I'm a toy to the aliens. And I go, no, I'm not. I'm an informant. Fuck. I get attacked by bad guys in the spirit world. Every time ETs come down and take information from me. I'm an informant in the control grid. They don't get it, okay? Christ barely gets it. I talked to Christ about the Illuminati and he's like, what? The lower Christ. They don't get this. I don't know, man. I'm just saying. The Christs get it, but they don't like to talk about it because they want to initiate their own lessons on you. They get it. They can access the information, but they don't do it. I'll make another video later, guys.